Now, every year, the NBA's general managers take a survey. One of those questions is, who is the best leader in the NBA? Now, 41% of GMs answered Portland's Damian Lillard. Our A.J. McCord sat down with Lillard and many of his teammates to find out why his leadership style is so magnetic. It's part one of a story you'll only see here on Coin 6.
A lot of guys just find that their second win, and it's because of Dame.
Since day one, he always made me feel welcome.
I feel like first time I just got here, he was just low-key, just sitting there and watching me and says, if you need anything, I'm here. On, off the floor, it doesn't matter.
This is a place where you've created a culture people want to play for. So how would you describe your leadership style that is it draws people to Portland?
I don't know how I would describe it. I think I would just say genuine. I think sometimes people, get pointed to as, this guy's a leader, and usually it's like the person that talks the most, or it might be who people say is the best player, or it might be somebody who's just like trying to control everything, or somebody who's just faking it, just trying to show like, fake care, fake being vocal in a fake way. And for me, I just try to be there for my teammates.
And authenticity, I think, is one of the qualities that people really do experience from you, and they really feel that. And I think that has a lot to do with where you're from, but also probably a lot to do with who you've been around for your whole life. So of your family, who are the people that you really learned what it looks like to be authentic, or what it looks like to be a leader?
A few people. I would say my dad for sure. Because I'm a lot, like my mom, my sister, they laugh a lot like, you exactly like your dad, because I'm just like, I don't say a whole lot. I'm not overly emotional, but like at times I will be. And I just care about everybody else more than myself. And that's who my dad has always been. Just like look out for everybody else, but don't expect a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? All you want is like for people to show the care back, for people to show the respect back, but I don't want, this is what I did for you, so do this for me, or, keeping score. I got that part of it from my dad. The care and doing for other people and wanting other people to do well, I got that from my mom. And then my grandmother is just, being kind. Being aware of, people have lives that they go home to, and people have struggles that you don't know nothing about. So like, I'm not gonna watch a guy come to practice and they're struggling. If it's something to be said, I might get on them in a way where I know, like, look, this is only basketball, and from a support, type of stance, because you just never know. So I think I've learned it from different people. And just from having so many cousins.
Your teammates are your cousins now.
Basically, I've been around so many cousins that like we've always had to look after each other and do stuff for each other, that like I have a naturally unselfish like mind, and how I go about stuff, and like it's the same with my teammates.
So I want to read you a couple of things that your teammates have said about you.
Oh, man.
They called you rare. They called you unreal. Rodney Hood said you have the swagger of a superstar on the court, but the humility of a guy on a 10-day contract.
He's the most humble superstar I've ever met.
He's a guy with great faith. He believes, that we're never out of a game, we're never out of a situation. And when you have that confidence coming from a leader on your team and the best, his team, and that goes a long way.
He made my life easier. I try to make his easier.
The way he does and the way he carries himself is just, a different level.
I try to take pressure off of them and take on battles like with people, or for people. I try to make things easier for everybody else. Just really wanting to see everybody else do well. Like I want people to get a nice contract. I want people to get accolades. And I go out of my way to show that to them. Even sometimes if it means taking a step back and, taking something away from myself, I'm willing to go out of my way to do that, just to prove to them, like, no, I really mean like what I say and the things that I do. And I think that's just something that's not common in the NBA. So I think guys really just appreciate that. It's that simple for me.
For Coin 6 Sports, I'm AJ McCord.